Hey everyone, my name's Anastasia. I would like to talk to you about domestic violence because, well, you know, October isn't always just for breast cancer awareness. It's also for domestic violence awareness also. Um, I'm a survivor of 6 years for being in a relationship, an abusive relationship with my ex-husband, Felipe Escamilla, for 8 years. He just, he always beat me every day that he was home. He would always just beat me. I hardly even remember a time that he didn't. It all started with him thinking that I pushed him when I went right under his arm. He thought I pushed him. He pushed me into a doorknob and I had a bruise for weeks on my back. Didn't like it. He also knew I had a phobia of anybody touching my spine or just anything touching my spine. Um, Not once did I ever do anything first to him just so he can hit me. It was always just something that was no. Like, there was a time when I didn't feel like going out, and I would tell him, I don't really want to go out tonight. He would get mad and he would hit me and rape me. Because in the state of Texas, there is such thing as marital rape. Now, there was another time that I was sick. I couldn't even cook for him or our kids. And he would beat me. He grabbed me out of bed, threw me against the dresser, and started kicking me. All because I was sick. I wasn't allowed to be sick. I couldn't be sick unless he allowed me to be sick. Makes no sense, but that's the way he was. There was a time that I told him we cannot take something, I forgot what it was, to his mom's house. He started grabbing me by my hair, throwing me against the refrigerator, hitting me in the stomach when my back was on the refrigerator. He grabbed me by my hair, threw me to the ground, started kicking me. The girls were my two youngest daughters, my two oldest daughters, I mean. When they were little, they were coming out of their room because they heard what was going on. What they saw, I can't get it out of their heads. But they did see it. In front of the kids, he pushed me to the floor, grabbed me by my shirt, just so that I can, I guess, face him or something. And he punched me really hard. I have a scar under my lip from when he punched me. It went all the way through. I don't even know how I got it. He wasn't wearing any rings. I don't know if I bit myself, but the scar went all the way through from here to the inside. Nope, I couldn't stand it. What was wrong was that he told our daughters that if they don't listen to what their husbands or boyfriends tell them and they get hit for it, that's their problem, not his. Don't come running to him because he's not going to help them. Not once did I ever hit him back. Just always hit me. Every day he would hit me. Well, not every day, but every day he was home, he would hit me. For any stupid little thing, he would hit me. He has tried killing me numerous times. He hit me with the car because I wanted to walk home because I was mad at him. he told me that if I didn't get into the car, he was going to hit me when we get home. I didn't get in the car because I was going to walk to my grandmother's house. He hit me with the car. I had to spend 3 days in the hospital because he hit me with the car. He singed my eyebrow. I don't even remember why he did it, but he singed my eyebrow. Because he was mad with his mom. That's all I really remember. Something about his mom, and just hit me. A lot of times it was because of his mom or one of his sanchas or his sisters making him mad, and he would just hit me. I wasn't allowed to eat with him either. I was only allowed to eat a portion about this big on a plate. All because he told me he didn't like fat bitches. And because I was getting fat. For about, I think, 4 years, I was nothing but skin and bone. When I left him, I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. They always say when you leave your abuser, you cry a lot, but it gets less and less each year, and then it completely stops. It's been 6 years for me. I still cry because everything floods back. Everything floods back. I know this kind of video isn't what you expected of me to tell you about domestic violence, but if you really knew what really happened in my relationship with him, you would want to cry and pity me for it. I don't want your pity. Just be happy that I'm out. I don't blame God for putting me in this situation that I was in. I blame myself. God just showed me that I had the strength and the courage to put up through it and finally leave him. Maybe with a little push, but he still helped me out. God helped me so much. I never gave up my faith in him. Because if I did, I would have been dead and my 4th child would never be born. For anybody out there, don't hit your spouse because you're mad. Take a walk. Read a book, I mean. Write in a journal. Don't drink. Drinking makes it worse. Trust me, I've been there. Hospitals from here to freaking Austin know me by name and by face. That's how bad it was. Just give them a little bit of space. Don't hit your spouse or your partner. Because in some people it leads to suicide. And that hurts more. That hurts a lot worse. You may not know it, but it does hurt a lot worse. In my case, there's only one person who really knows everything just about everything that I've been through. And I thank God that he listened. It's not my husband, it's his cousin. My husband doesn't want to know what happened. He needs to know, but now is not the time. He will know eventually. My ex-husband doesn't see his kids because his wife doesn't want him to see his kids, because she didn't have kids with him, so she doesn't allow him to see his kids. If you know anybody who's going through it because they don't tell you, but you see it, look in their eyes and you will see it. Your eyes tell a story that only certain people can see. And if you know this person, help them out. They don't think they can get out of it on their own. My best friend gave me that extra push, and that's that he was only my best friend at the time. He knew something was up from just pictures. He said my eyes always told a story, that and I was nothing but skin and bone. But he knew something was up, and he helped me. He gave me that extra push. He told me that if I don't get out now, I'm never gonna get out, and eventually I might die, and my kids will be without their mother and without their father. Look into somebody's eyes and you will see. Help them. Just help them. This goes for man and woman. Men can be abused also. Just help them get out of it. I have scars, emotional and physical, and I am getting help for that. Through an 800 number, but I am getting my help. Don't pity me. Be glad I'm out. I'm a survivor of 6 years from being abused for 8 years. I'm thankful to God that I am out of it. I'm not going to tell you a lot of what he did, because not everybody needs to know what he did to me. If you want to know, you can just ask me plainly, and I will tell you more things than what I'm telling you now. But if you do know anybody, help them. Call the cops. Let them stay at your house for a little bit, and then talk to them and tell them they need to call the cops. Press charges. Get away from them. Get help. Go to a shelter for a little bit where they don't know where you're at. Because one day they might die and you will never see that person again. If I could, I would help out every man and woman out there who gets abused. But I can't. I'm only one person, and I have kids. But I would do it just to save a life from torture. But I'm going to leave you on this note. I'm happy. In all my pictures you see me on Facebook and my Instagram, I'm the happiest I've ever been. My family and my true friends can tell you that I'm absolutely happy. Whether I'm smiling or not, I'm happy. My man makes me happy. We get into arguments, but a couple doesn't. And I love him for it. I love him for giving me that extra push. And I love him for standing by my side and being there when I needed him the most. Be that person to be there for somebody, regardless if they want your help or not. Just be that person.